Hello loves, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a warding spell, and this specific ward is for the home. You can do this in different ways and you can ward in many different ways, but warding is one of the ways that I personally like to protect my home, and I have different wards with different intensities around in my room, in my home, and on my block of like where I live, just to cover, all of the bases. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do a ward today. There's different ways to do a ward, and you can also work with different spirits to do so. It is optional to work with Archangel Michael for this one, but I am going to be working with Archangel Michael for this one because I usually work with Archangel Michael when it comes to wards of protection. So I'm just letting you guys know. So before we get started though, just some quick announcements. So this Friday we have our self-love workshop that is almost sold out because there's like, last time I checked, there was like 4 tickets left. And it's going to be all about self-love because this season, Scorpio season, has been very intense. Libra season was very intense. And we just need some tender love and care time for ourselves. So that's why I wanted to do a self-love workshop for this month. I think it was very needed. And my self-love workbook is also coming out as well, which I'm really excited about. Tickets will be down below, but it's almost sold out. So definitely make sure you get your tickets before it does. And if you can't make it on that day, the link will still be valid and be available for replay. That's one of the reasons why I like to use YouTube for my workshops and stuff like that, so that way you guys can still have access to them and be available for replay as well. And the second announcement is that I have added 2 new dates to the Akashic Records 5-hour intensive, and that is going to be an intensive for sure. One is going to be in January, the other one's going to be in March, and I'm going to be adding more dates throughout the next year. But the Akashic Records intensive is where I teach you how to read the Akashic Records, how to heal a past life, how to work with your ancestors in the records, how to go over soul contracts in the records. We go through quite a bit of things in the Akashic Records, but you definitely come out of it understanding how to navigate in that space as well. And the classes have been absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to continue to teach them and like hope that there's more people that learn, especially more BIPOC that learns, because the Akashic Records kind of like field is very like, it's more Eurocentric dominated when it comes to the book and the publishings and stuff like that. And so I would love more BIPOC people to learn how to read the Akashic Records. I think it's very, very important, and a tool to have in your arsenal to learn how to read the Akashic Records. So if you want to learn how to read the Akashic Records, the link will be down below. And if you are a Patreon member, there is $100 off coupon in the dashboard to the workshop as well. So I'm really excited for that. But you guys know I always try to hook you guys up with like the good discounts, so you're welcome. Anyway, so we're gonna get started on this home warding. And for this, what you're gonna need is a crystal, but I am going to specifically say I would recommend that you used selenite. I'm gonna be using selenite for this specifically because selenite is amazing for protection, but also selenite is amazing for the angels. And because I'm working with Archangel Michael, just killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. But you can use a different object if you wanted to. So when it comes to warding, you can use like a necklace. You can use like kind of like something that's like not necessarily too obvious to have as your warding tool, specifically that you are enchanting with the ward. But I like to work with crystals because 1, they already have that energy, and 2, because selenite is used for angel communication and working with the angels, I just, I'm just kind of I'm doubling the thing, I'm trying to make it so it's just like the more intensity, the more this ward stays up and it's potent, the better for me, right? So yeah, so that's why I'm going to be using selenite, and I'm going to be working with Archangel Michael for this, but that is optional. You do not have to work with Archangel Michael for this. You can just use the selenite because selenite is amazing for protection anyway. So what you're going to do is that you're going to take your selenite, okay? You're going to hold it in the palm of your hands right here. These are your energy centers, okay? So you are holding it in the palm of your hands, center of your hands, like so. Okay. Bring it in, and this is depending how big the crystal that you're using. You might just be using one hand, so I don't know how big the crystal you're using, but I recommend using something that's not necessarily too big, because you don't want other people gravitating to touch it. Okay, which is why I'm using something small, and because I'm a bruja, like anybody that comes into my room already knows that I'm a witch, so I have all these things in my room already, so it's kind of like, why would you go out of your way to touch the selenite, right? So putting it in your hands, you're gonna close your eyes, okay, and just start to breathe. Let your hands relax and bring your focus to the crystal's energy itself, okay? I want you to tap into the center energy of that crystal. And you're breathing in. And breathing out. Now at this time, I'm going to be calling on Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael, if you can please be present with me at this time to help me ward this crystal to protect my home. Take a couple of deep breaths in, still focusing in on the energy of the crystal or the item that you're using. And through visualization, I want you to tap into the center energy of the crystal. And I want you to begin to expand the crystal's energy like an aura that is expanding, like a bubble. Think of it as if you're blowing a bubble out. It's just expanding outward. And I want you to visualize the space that you are protecting with this crystal. I want you to form that bubble around that space. So you're taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And you're visualizing that energy expanding out from your hands. Through your room walls. Through your kitchen. Through your yard. Expand that energy as far as it needs to go. When you're ready, speak to the selenite and say, "Selenite, I ask that you maintain this ward up to protect me during this time. Leave this shield so no negative, low vibrational energies or spirits may penetrate and enter my space, and I could be at peace at all times." I am now asking Archangel Michael to use his sword to deflect any energies that try to penetrate my ward. Take another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Go ahead and say thank you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and you're good to go. And you're good to go. So what you can do is that you can kind of put this in a location where it's not going to be touched by anybody, and you're pretty much good to go. That's pretty much it. What I would recommend doing is recharging this at least every depending on how much traffic you have in your space or your area, or how busy you are, how interactive you are with other people. I would recommend doing this about every 2 to 3 weeks to a month, at least on the first of the month. Recharge your wards, replace them. There's different ways to do it for your block and stuff like that, but this is a way to do it for your home, so at least you are protected within that space. And you could do this if you're going to have multiple pieces of selenite or any protective crystal or tool that you're trying to use throughout your home. You can do that as well, but this one I'm using for the home as of right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it's pretty simple. You just kind of have to follow the steps for it, but you're just basically using the crystal to amplify the energy of the wards. And because I work with Archangel Michael, it just helps to deter and just adds that extra layer of protection as well. So I hope that this makes sense, and let me know if you guys like try it or how you do your wards as well, so everybody can learn as well, and you know, all learn from each other. And yeah, I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that, you know, it brings you guys protection and peace. Thank you guys for all of the love and support. I will definitely see you loves in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon, and or if you want to be a channel member, the link will be the join button will be down next to the subscribe button. I will see you loves in the next video. Have a beautiful day.